Yeah, oh yeah, you can't handle the heat. Stay out of this kitchen. These are ghost peppers. Here we're gonna make our Haitian Heat hot sauce. Yeah, we started with a lot of ingredients that are on foods that people already like, amplified them a little bit, and add a little bit of a kick to it. Ready to go. The majority of my training is from experience. And I've learned, how not to cut your fingers open, So me being a startup business, it's that initial startup cost is, whew, that's the big one. You gotta keep that low and start selling first. Yeah, we'll get a few more of these ones done, and then you'll see that thing in action. You'll see why we invested in it. It's awesome. So it has a little 1/2-inch blade right there, and it just keeps cutting them up. Just goes and spits them right out, perfect 1/2-inch cuts every single time. And this was it's a bit of an investment, but again, the time that you save in the kitchen, that's the goal. Save your time. Ugh. Oh, there we go. Here it comes. Here it comes. So you can see why we start with the super hots and put those down at the bottom so you don't have to smell them for the next hour. Oh. This kitchen has made a monumental difference in my production. I've worked through a few different kitchens before I moved back to my hometown here, and this kitchen is something else.
It's kind of a well-kept secret, hopefully not for very much longer.
The Riches, Tom and Jess, they've welcomed me with open arms. It literally feels like I've come home. And it's been much, much easier for me to operate and do what I need to do, checking that pH, checking that temperature. Nobody would have thought a hot sauce would have came out of Floodwood, but yep, sure enough, right off of Main Street. Well, I went to high school in Floodwood. I was adopted at 18 months out of Port-au-Prince, Haiti, adopted through the Duluth area. Because of different things going on in life, I was then put in foster care about 10 years old. I was very fortunate to have ended up in a foster home up here. My foster father, Tim Miles, he's a former All-American in college, played in the NFL, played the Cleveland Browns, and he has two sons of his own, and I happen to be lucky and be a part of their family now, and they've always been a huge support system for me. The whole town has been, right from the first moment I walked in. Hey, how are you doing? What's your name? I'm Al. Where are you from? Duluth. Oh, cool. Welcome to Floodwood. And that's the way it's been always.
It's a pretty cool thing. He's a local boy, and he's starting a business in Floodwood. How can you not like that? So yeah, we're very excited for him. Very excited that he accepted our offer to come cook here.
Yeah, played football, played basketball, and did track and field. I went to the boxing gym, and it was a totally different experience. They spar and they fight and they punch each other in the face, they punch each other in the body, and they laugh and they joke, and I'm like, well, that's different. So I got into it myself, and I landed my first big punch on like the guy in the gym. I was like, oh, yeah, I can do this. This guy, he'd been boxing 15 years, and I landed a crispy clean punch on him. Granted, I had my eyes closed and I swung it like, but it landed. I need to do that with my eyes open. Oh, now I can be balanced. And there's all these little intricacies that go into the sport that really got my interest. And that's where it started. I saw that little bit of success, that little bit of a spark, like, it can be real. So I just gave it all I had. Won the Golden Gloves, came back from Little Rock, Arkansas. I lost to number 3 in the country. Came back, turned pro. Won national title. Won the state title my 6th or 7th pro fight. Won a national title 7th or 8th. Once I got to somewhere around 8 or 9 fights, I started coaching, and I wanted to bring others up behind me because of my life experience. I know what it's like to not have that support. When I'm training for fights and I'm cutting weight, I can't eat that much. But if I'm gonna eat, I want it to taste good. This is something that I've happened to do in my spare time. I'm also a corrections officer as well. I'm a professional boxer, I'm a youth mentor, I'm a fitness coach. I continue to let life keep moving forward. It's been really cool to see how everything's grown and how people have accepted it and really jumped on it right from the gate. I didn't have the labels made and I was still selling out. So we recently had Mont du Lac. They bought 3 boxes. They're gonna have it on every table up there.
Oh, we use it in a few things. We use it, of course, at our Bloody Mary bar because everybody is looking for the next neat additive to the Bloody Mary. But it's a main ingredient in our buttermilk chicken sandwich, both used in the glaze and then in the breading, the coating that we put on it, and that's what gives it that unique kind of hot and then sweet flavor.
I look forward to being in more restaurants, being in grocery stores and things like that, and I would love to take the place of Frank's on every restaurant table in the upper Minnesota area, if not the country.
When we decided to do this originally, him and I had probably a 2-hour conversation at a table at my house about ideas back and forth about how to market it. How can you put it into like a different container? Can I get it in bulk for a kitchen operation so that we can use it just for a cost benefit?
There's a lot of things in business not many people are willing to share, but it's just having the conversation. I mean, I guess with my previous career, being a professional boxer and doing all of that, I've already built my LLC around all of that. So I understand the basics, but about food production, that's a whole different animal. I just asked them different questions about different things, and they, yeah, well, this is what you have to do. You have to get a hold of them. You have to get a hold of them. And I guess a lot of people never would have thought, like hot sauce is actually fermented. Like, oh yeah, it's quite wild. There we go. Get down there, baby. We get into the manufacturing of the whole thing, and it's now you don't have to be there at every point of sale, things like that, and seeing that little shift slowly happening for myself. Oh, it's finally, because then once it's done, well, if you want to come out with another product, just boom, 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 you've already done all the other steps. But it's those little incremental steps early in your production. You need to get those done. Otherwise, you're going to be climbing that hill the entire experience, and most people run from it. But through boxing, I've learned, go towards the danger. You're either going to win or you're going to learn.